So Will Smith posted an apology video yesterday on his Instagram talking about, well, apologizing for slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. He took full accountability for his actions and he answered questions that were, I guess, the most important as far as ever since that incident happened up until now. So, based on the feedback and just with social media, just certain questions that he wanted to target and answer directly. So he says that he reached out to Chris Rock and, to speak, apologize to him. And Chris said he wasn't ready to talk yet. So he declined talking to Will Smith. And Will says that he did not apologize on stage that night because he was fogged out mentally. He couldn't just grasp the fact of what he did. So he just didn't say anything on stage. I honestly think if he would have given an apology on stage that night, I don't think, even though it was definitely important of him to do, but if he did it, he still would have had to issue another apology. That wouldn't have been okay. So either way, he still would have had to issue another formal apology other than just being on stage when he accepted his award. And he also apologized to Tony Rock, who was Chris Rock's brother. He said how him and Tony are really close and how bad he feels about, what he did. And that he thinks that the relationship that he has with Tony Rock is pretty much just done. He doesn't think that it could get back to where it was. And it probably won't, but you know, also, Will apologized to Chris Rock's mother, and we all know she did an interview saying how ashamed and hurtful that was for Will to do that, to her son on stage in front of everyone, in front of millions of people. So, this is where I felt Will should have left this out of his apology, where he mentions Jada. And he makes it crystal clear that Jada was not the reason that he went on stage and did what he did. And this is the thing with Will. We all know Jada did not literally tell you to go slap Chris Rock. We know that. She didn't tell you to go do it. Once again, you looked, you listened to the joke, you cracked the laugh. Jada was not laughing. You saw that she wasn't laughing. And it ignited something in you where you felt you had to go defend your wife. So Will mentioned in his apology how disappointing people is a trauma trigger for him. Disappointing people, letting people down. That's a trauma for him. And it makes a point because that is exactly why he went and slapped Chris Rock. Because he would have disappointed Jada if he didn't take up for her. So even though he's not telling us she's to blame, she is to blame. That's his way of saying it. She really is, though. If she would have kept a giggle on her face or just not even smiled at all and not shown any sign of being upset, annoyed, hurt, Will wouldn't have gotten out of his seat and went and slapped Chris Rock. I'm not gonna believe that he would have done that had Jada not shown disappointment in her face. So he makes it clear about disappointing people is a trauma for him. It hurts him to disappoint people. So he's apologetic for what he did to Chris Rock because he disappointed people that love him, people that were watching, just disappointing the world. That's what he's saying. But Jada was disappointed that night, and he didn't want to let her down by not reacting or doing what he did. I thought he just could have handled it another way. Nobody's saying to curse Chris Rock out. Do it to where go backstage, wait till the after party, whatever the case is. Just it was just wrong. It was wrong. It was wrong. I do accept Will's apology though. I'm ready to move past this. I'm over I'm over it now. I'm over it moving forward. So whether Will put this apology video out just to see what to test the waters and just see basically what people how people would respond if people are accepting of him or people are still upset about him. I think it was a test for that because Will is trying to move on career wise. And I don't think money's going to get put behind him if the public is still upset at him. That's my whole theory with this with his apology video. So we'll see. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you think this apology is for Will to see if the public is accepting of him or if it was just an apology and it doesn't matter about that? Either way, to me, I definitely believe the apology and I feel that he's learned his lesson. He knows that it was wrong. And that's just it. We got to move on. We cannot keep sitting on this like Will Smith, the same way I grew up with Chris Rock, Will Smith as well. Like it's not fair now for Will to just be blackballed. It's time to move on. So, guys, I hope you like this video. Please leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.